So the guys are not back here now until Monday when the entire rest of the delivery for this shed arrives. We do have the door, which I bought on eBay, but when this door arrived, sadly it had no glass. So I never realized that I was buying a door with no glass. So we need the guy that fits glass to come and fit the glass in, but that doesn't delay or prevent the fitting of the door. So immediately next Monday they will start off by breaking those 2 doors away and fitting the door and building around it and building right up. The plan is for this to have a flat roof that slants to the back and have a fully insulated roof to make the room warm and insulate the walls and everything. Yeah, so that should be okay. And then the plan for this whole concrete here is to bring in a truck to just pour the concrete. It's a 2-hour job really, when all of this has been dismantled and gone into the skip. And then the rest of the plan for this side is turf. So turf is next day delivery really. It'll need, this ground here is quite stony. It'll need a lot of topsoil underneath. So yeah, so really for the outside, that's what we need to do. And then they just need to do some repair work on the outer woodworks of these structures here and give them a touch of paint, and that will be the outside done. Then once they've done that, because they've been using this as the access, and it is messy. They've been using this as the access obviously from that way, so they will then completely clean up this room and paint it, and then go to the front of the house and pressure clean the whole front with acid and all of that, and the various touch-ups that they need to do. So I'm looking at the rest of the job here in this house now to be within a 3-week period. I did tell them that I was giving them until the middle of June only to do all this. So yeah, I can't see them failing to finish that shed next week. They should just work flat out and do it. They probably just need 2 days really, on that, 2 full days, and they'll be done. There might be, maybe what will remain is the tiling. I can look at that another time. I can think about that later. I'm beginning to, well, not beginning to, I'm already penny pinching at the moment and getting anxious about the funds, because never anticipated this much expenditure on this, but it's all for good reason. And with faith, all things are possible. Yeah. So the house is still chaotic at the moment because putting everything back to where it was like a lived house, normal lived house, in my view, was just pointless after all the movement, and some of the stuff is still in storage, and some of the beds are still, dismantled and all of that. That's all really. I think I did cancel on a house I found, I think it was 2 months ago, because I realized actually this project was taking a little bit longer, and we didn't have a manager. And if we didn't have a manager and we were already paying elsewhere, that would have been a lot of money, bleeding out, and it wasn't worth it at that point. But now I can see that there's a real need for us to have moved from here and living elsewhere by the 1st of July. Thanks.